Hello, everybody. You ready for another bridge tip? Well, today we're going to take you back to basics. We're going to talk about takeout double. It's very important because I see so many of my students and players making a takeout double on all kinds of hands that have opening point values. Very off-shaped takeout doubles, wrong kind of hands for a takeout double. And we're going to be discussing some of the parameters that you should use for your takeout doubles. We're going to explore them. Hopefully you'll become a little bit more disciplined with your takeout double, or not. It's totally up to you, but we're going to give you some guidelines that I think are helpful determining whether to overcall or make a takeout double or pass. Okay, let's take a look. How do we enter the auction when we have a good hand, no 5-card suit, no stopper in the enemy's suit, or not enough to bid one no trump? We make a takeout double. All right, let's look at the first example. The opponents open one club. You hold ace jack fourth of spades, king queen fourth of hearts, king jack fourth of diamonds, and a stiff club. Perfect. You have 14 high card points, no 5-card suit of your own, and you want to take action. You don't want to sell out. It's a bidder's game. You would make a takeout double. You would bid double. This asks partner to bid a suit other than the opponent's suit. If you bid the opponent's suit here, as you know, it means a totally different thing. So if you open a club and you bid 2 clubs, that is asking partner for a major. Now, it is true that you have both majors, but it implies that you're more like 5-5, and it isn't natural. So you would make a takeout double here. There are certain requirements that I think you need for making a takeout double. Number 1, you should have opening hand values, or very close to it if you have the right distribution. You also should have support for the other 3 suits that were not bid, at least 3 cards in each suit. Very important, shortness in the opponent's suit. Very, very, very important, okay? You should not have length. And a hand that's not suitable for a 1 no trump overcall, right? You don't have a hand that should say 1 no after a club. Or a hand too big to just make an overcall. That would be an 18+ point hand. Okay, we're going to look at some examples to clarify. Okay, here the opponents open 1 club and you hold ace fourth stiff, and ace queen fourth. Well, you have a beautiful hand, but you don't have a 5-card suit of your own, and you are not short in the opponent's suit. You have to pass. You would not be happy if your partner jumped in diamonds, and you're not strong enough if they jump in diamonds to bid no trump. That would show a much bigger hand. The auction is not over. So here you would have to say pass. We do not use the pass card enough as far as I'm concerned in bridge. So please, 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 when you have this kind of hand, start with a pass. Like I said, the auction's not over. Okay, in the next example, they open a club and you hold a very big hand. You have 19 high card points, and I think you're too strong to just overcall 1 spade. So here you would say double, make a takeout double, and then bid your spades. This shows this type of hand, a good hand and a good suit, and probably more than 18 or 18 and more high card points. Okay. If you had a king less in the spade suit, you might just overcall 1 spade, but here you're way too good. So you should double first and then bid 1 spade, or some number of spades, depending on what your partner, of course, replies to you. All right, let's take a look at these. Okay, the first example, I want you to try this. What do you think is the right bid with this hand? You have an opening hand and you have 5 spades, and they've opened a club. You're not short in clubs, but you do have a good 5-card suit of your own. I would overcall 1 spade. Now I'm playing that overcalls start at about 8 plus high card points. You and your partner have to have an agreement of what your overcalls look like. And if they open a spade or a heart and you want to bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds and go to the 2 level, you really, really need a very good opening hand because you're starting a level higher. Okay. But for the first hand, I would just overcall 1 spade. Let's take a look at the second example. Well, here's that hand where I said you have only 11 high. It's not quite an opening hand, but you have the perfect distribution and you have great middle cards. You got lots of good middle cards, 10, 8, 6, another jack. These are good. So I would make a takeout double here. How about hand number 3? What would you do? Well, I play an overcall of 1 no is 15 to 18. And so this suits me perfectly fine to just bid 1 no trump over here. And that would be my call. How about number 4? What would you bid? Some people would overcall a heart and then later bid diamonds. I like to use the unusual no trump bid. So for me, it would go 1 club, 2 no trump, showing the 2 lower unbid suits with very good distribution here, as you can see. And I do have hearts and diamonds. I like to get both my bids in because sometimes today the bidding gets so high before I know it and I haven't been able to show my second suit. So I like to get it in right now. And that's what I would choose. Okay. Number 5, what do you think? Well, I think you're too strong to just overcall 1 heart. Here's an example of a hand that I would make a takeout double first and then bid my heart suit. This shows a strong hand with a good suit. Okay. What do we do with number 6? Well, this is a hand you're not short in clubs. You don't have enough to bid 1 no. Some people might fudge on their 14 and do it. But I'm just saying sometimes you have to pass. And this is a hand that I would say pass. Very suitable for a pass. And like I said, the auction's not over. Okay. Now, what does the advancer do? See, we have a good name for that. Who is the advancer? Well, we have the opener. And then we have the takeout doubler. Then we have the responder to the opener, and then we have the advancer. The advancer is the partner of the person who made the takeout double. So advancing after the takeout double, advancing the auction. The takeout double forces their partner to bid most of the time. Assuming that there's no intervening bid after the double, the advancer bids as follows. Now this is between you and your partner, what your agreements are, how you want to play this, but this is pretty standard what I put down here. Remember, your partner made a takeout double and you could have 0 high card points, correct? Yeah, he forced you to bid. So in my opinion, if you have 0 to 8 high card points, you would pick and bid a major, a 4-card or longer major suit at the cheapest level. Remember, we try to find our major suit fits if we can, right? The golden fit. If you don't have a major, bid your 4-card or longer minor suit that is not the opponent's. Okay. If you have 9 to 11 high card points, you should jump in your 4-card or longer unbid major to invite partner to the party, right? To tell him that you have some values over here. And if he had extras for his takeout double and not just a minimum, you might have gain. With no major, you would jump in your longer unbid 4-card or longer minor, okay? So that's what you should do if you have some kind of invitational hand. And if you have 12 or more high card points, I would jump to gain in your 4-card or longer major. And if you have no major, I would jump to game in a minor if it warrants it. Bid 3 no if you can. or Q bid the opponent's suit if you do not have a stopper in their suit and you have values for game. Because many times you might not have a stopper, but your partner might have a stopper. And why play 5 of a minor if you can play 3 no trump? But those that have game, okay, have to let their partner know. If your partner made a takeout double and you have an opening hand, then we have what you call values for game. So you try to make the best bid possible to find the best contract possible. Okay, so that's my guidelines for the advancer. Okay, now no trump bids after the takeout double. If it goes 1 something, 1 no, I mean double by your partner, 1 no by you, should show about 8 to 10 high card points and no major, and at least 1 stopper in the opponent's suit. Please do not bid a no trump just because you have 8 to 10 with no stopper in their suit, because sometimes your partner might raise you and you'll get to 3 no, and they'll take the first 5 or 6 cards in the suit that you don't have that stopper in. Okay, so 1 no trump is what we call a constructive bid. So therefore, even though you might have a stopper in the opponent's suit, but you only have 4 points, okay, after your partner makes a takeout double, you do not bid 1 no. You have to bid your other 4-card suit if you have it, or a 3-card suit because you have length in theirs, but you do not have enough to bid 1 no. It's a constructive bid. All right, so a jump to 2 no would show a very good 10 to a bad 12. No major, and at least 1 stopper in the opponent's suit. And you would jump to 3 no with high card, with 12 to 15 high card points, no major, and at least 1 stopper in the opponent's suit. All right, that's what you would do if you wanted to make no trump bids. Okay, so 1 no is constructive 8 to 10, 2 no is invitational, and 3 no you bid game. Okay. The takeout doubler is allowed to bid again if the advancer makes an invitational bid or better, if and only if his hand warrants it. What does that mean? Don't bid the same hand twice. I say this all the time. For example, they open 1 club, okay, and you hold the king, jack, 4th, ace, jack, 4th, king, jack, 3rd, too small. You made a takeout double and your partner jumped to 2 spades, inviting you. Okay. Your next bid is pass. You bid your values already, right? When you made your takeout double, just because they picked a suit that you have, that you promised already when you made your takeout double, you don't need to bid it again to say, hey, I really have that suit. Just be happy that partner has an invitational hand and you may make your contract. You have a dead minimum and you have to say pass. Okay, we're going to try these. They've opened a diamond. And here you did is the doubler said double. The opponent passed and the advancer bid 1 spade. What would you do on the first hand? Okay, you have 4, 6, 7, 9, 13. What do? You say pass. You don't have enough values to double and bid again. You don't reverse into hearts because you didn't have 4 spades. That shows a different hand. You just have to pass. Sometimes your partner actually has 5 spades. If not, you'll play the 4-3 spade bid. That's the way it goes. Hand B, you do not bid again either. Your partner can have 0 points, remember, so you don't double and get afraid that you didn't have your 4 spades and now bid a no trump because you got a diamond stopper. You don't have those values. You have to say pass. Pass is a very good bid. We don't do it enough. Okay. Now hand C is a different story. Hand C, even though our partner limited their hand according to the guidelines I gave you to 0 to 8, and they might only have 8, look at your hand. You have an excellent hand And with the right hand from partner, you very well could have game. And you have extra values. And with your singleton, you can upgrade it. And now I would make another call. I would bid 2 spades. Partner, if you're on the top of your 0 to 8 points, okay, I'm telling you, I'm inviting you to bid game, and you are allowed to bid again. All right, let's take a look at D. This is a hand that you now, after you double and your partner bid 1 spade, you are allowed to bid 1 no. You have 1 or 2 stoppers, at least in the diamond suit. Your partner did not pick hearts. And this hand should show 19 or 20 points, because normally you would just bid 1 no over the 1 club, but you bothered to make a takeout double and then bid a no trump. Now, because you had 4 hearts, you might very well have still only 18 points for this bid, because you wanted to try and find your 4-4 heart fit. But normally, if you could bid a no trump the first time, if you double and then bid a no trump, it shows a better hand. Now let's look at E. We all like E, okay? Why do we like E? Well, let's see. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loser hands. A pretty good hand here. And remember, you're over the bidder, the opener. So your ace, queen, jack of diamonds are good cards. Your ace, queen of spades over the opening bid. These are cards that we call our working cards, more or less. Okay, so here you're very strong. So you double first. And then when your partner bids 1 only spade, okay, now you can jump to 3 spades, saying, partner, if you have a trick for me, please bid 4. I'm like 1 trick short. Okay, if you have anything resembling a trick, so I can get to your hand to take a finesse if I need to, or if you have something wonderful about your hand, please bid game. This is stronger than just raising to 2 spades, as you did in C. Okay, this is much stronger, so you would jump to 3. Okay, so the doubler is allowed to bid again under certain circumstances, but don't bid the same hand twice. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's back to basics, but there's some very good points in basic bidding that we sometimes forget to think about. If you would like a particular lesson or something on a particular topic, please email me and let me know, and I'll try to have it for you next time. Okay, thank you for watching, and have a good bridge day.